been going down this hill.
Uh-huh.
The whole hill to me. Every time I've ever been on my run, it's this hill. And there's been some weird stuff that has happened since I moved in some of these houses. So I want to see if you guys pick up on anything. And then I'll tell you after we, I guess, walk all the way down and come back up. Then I'll kind of tell you some of the history of kind of that area. Right? Because you want to know after you film, right? To see if anything just comes up.
Yeah.
Right?
Do you want to trade again, or do you want to keep listening to that?
Do you have the little sound thing again? That was really interesting.
So this thing works like an ovulus. That's the term I was trying to look for.
We're gonna have to, if you guys don't mind staying, I don't know how late you guys can stay, but let's try my house with that thing too. I'm pretty sure there's something in my husband's office. Because he got really angry when I had my housemaid come and we cleaned stuff out, and he was like,
And he was saying this?
I swear, he did not like it. I had to put a whole bunch of stuff back.
Okay, so we're filming from two perspectives here.
Both sides of the street, I feel, are weird. So we can walk down the right side and all the way down.
Headphones it, or what do you want? You want to leave it open?
I feel like you do a good job with those headphones. We needed him on that live video.
I know.
I was supposed to be there.
Yeah, I'm not very good at it. Well, I guess I'm not horrible at it. Because we did pick up enough to realize it was a baseball game. And I could tell which station it was coming from.
She's like, it's in the 1500s. And then we went to my truck and tuned in the baseball game.
I feel like you always got to question those things too. No, and I felt like if I zoomed in on it. Yeah, around here. Wait for my stuff for him to set up. Like all these houses on both ends, like something's starting like here. So creepy. You ready?
Yeah.
Here, set this up for me. I did something, and
What do you want me to do?
Yeah, hold that.
okay. I don't want to get my glasses out because then I have to put them back.
So we're switching to AM. Then we're scanning. Is it scanning too fast or too slow?
That's perfect.
And then your volume's right there. There's a
Okay.
knob. Okay. You want me to take, or you're good?
I can hold it, then I'm good.
So it doesn't have the SLS on that particular one, but the one that has the SLS doesn't have the ovulus on it.
So do we need to be asking questions while we're walking? Like, is there anyone here? Oseo.
Scary part.
Oseo.
Scary part.
Oseo.
What do you say?
I'm saying hello in Cherokee.
Oh.
Intense.
Look at how pretty the stars are. Yeah, I bet it was intense speed. Are you talking about the intense speed of the past? Is this your home?
Whistle?
Oseo.
Swim?
Oseo.
Somebody just whistled at us. Manual thing.
Are you up there? Are you trying to tell us back out?
We'll be back.
We'll come back to you. Okay? Don't. Or you can follow it. You wanna hang out.
It's whistled again.
It would whistle. Oh, see ya.
Sanctify? Secular? Oxygen. Gone.
Oh, that's not good. Okay, I have to remember that
Just psst again.
it's Halloween.
You're like, why are these houses looking so creepy? It's a good thing these neighbors moved out then, because they used
Whistled
to put
again and again.
they used to put spikes with heads on top of their to decorate their house, but they moved out I think last year.
Whistled again. Again. It just said again.
Oh, is that again? See, and it's like from there to there, I always get good energy, and then in the circle, I always get weird energy, and then it's good energy here up until I go up the hill, and then it gets weird again.
CD? CBD? CBD?
Ooh, CBD. You like that CBD? You like that smoke? You like that whack? Okay, this is starting to get really creepy. Like, I was kind of playing around with this, but I'm pretty sure that entity is saying all the shit I was joking about earlier this week.
Did I strike out something?
There are tears in your eyes.
Later, when you come to my house, I'll show you this video that my husband has, and what's happening right now will make way, way more sense to you.
Play.
Playing. It's playing. That's what it's doing. It's a Cherokee spirit. And that's what I thought it was.
Margaret?
Margaret. What happened?
This thing just kicked off.
What happened?
It died? Or it just turned off?
If you need another battery, I got another battery.
I don't think that we need another battery.
Should we take a moment?
Whenever we went over there.
Yeah.
Look. It's full.
Here. It's still got a good charge though.
Over half.
It's playing.
Okay. So that last cut was non-intentional. You should feel so ashamed. Well, from what I understand from the Cherokee, the majority of them towards the end of
Swimming. Of course it would say swimming because we're walking back this way. And I'll just put it out this way. Behind these houses, what you guys don't know, there's a pond in the backyard of these houses.
We're up.
And have you noticed every time we walk right here, it keeps saying swimming?
Margaret.
Margaret. Are you watching us? Do you see me?
Does this mean I can start asking some of the weird direct questions now?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'll wait till we get a little further up the hill. Yeah, Halloween. See, that's why there's Halloween stuff back there, is because it's to walk around the pond.
Of course.
Yeah, I was just thinking when he said, of course, I was just thinking in my head, we probably shouldn't walk around it since those neighbors might get freaked out this late at night. People are walking around. And then he said, of course. I think what he's saying is a lot of things I'm thinking in my head are coming out his mouth. It's kind of like it's having a conversation. It's very strange. Okay, so I want to ask.
Left over. Left? Left over?
No,
Left?
I want to know.
One of the two.
What caused the fire in the house?
They've all gone. They're all gone.
They're both all gone? So their spirits aren't here anymore. Was it an accident? Or was it a spirit or an entity?
Speak, Steve, or speak? Speak.
Huh.
You smell smoke?
Speak and then whistle. It said speak and.
Are you okay now? Oseo.
Scream, squeeze.
Okay.
Come on.
Thank you. I'll see you on my next run, buddies.
Go ahead and end the session. We're going to close it down.
That was really crazy.
Really?
So you were talking about Raggedy Ann, right?
Yeah.
I used a Raggedy Ann birthday doll for my birthday, and I just had my birthday this past week. There's other stuff you were saying that I was like, so I'm pretty sure I've been connecting with the Cherokee spirit that is an old woman who was pulled out of her home for the Trail of Tears. But let me tell you, she never made it to the Trail of Tears because she was all like, fuck you bitches, you ain't pulling me from my home, blah, 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 blah. And they killed her. Like, because there's a video that my husband has, because she came in my body one day. There's a whole long story with that, and I could feel her energy, but I could kind of feel it beforehand because I was telling neighbors, like, I can feel what's happening in the neighborhood. We also have, I think, not anymore, but at one point we used to have like Civil War era spirits that used to hang out in the neighborhood, but for some reason when COVID hit, they all took off and went to the cemetery, and I don't really see or feel their spirits that much anymore. So I guess I'll tell you, so in this part of the neighborhood, this house burned down, and the guy was disabled, and him and both the dog died in the house. But it was like one of those, like, you know, dogs for disabled people, and I always thought they were trained for situations like that. Anyways, and apparently a lot of people in this part of the neighborhood deal with like really bad depression.
I need to go.
Really bad depression. Had this hint or this theory that maybe it's part of the Cherokee spirits, because in archaeology this is a legit thing. Like if you talk to New South Archaeology Company, they will tell you when they come across Cherokee burials, they no longer excavate. They will not even do it anymore because so many of their archaeologists have ended up in the hospital. And so, but it's always from weird things, like they can't pinpoint what's causing it. And it sounds very similar to what I'm hearing with some of the neighbors here, is similar to what I've heard from what archaeologists have experienced.
To that point, my dad does construction. They've actually had jobs bid and ready to build, and they find something and like, no.
Yeah, because it's because the and what's interesting is the Cherokee tribe is the only real native tribe that has this power over even the modern day person. Because like you said, the construction, archaeology, you know, these are people that want to think that these things aren't real, but only when it comes to Cherokee burials, and this thing's buzzing, is that normal? Only when it comes to Cherokee burials do we act in a realistic cultural aspect, do we recognize that power.
Yeah.
And so I wonder,
You need to, so when it starts buzzing, just make sure that this green line right here,
okay,
is not pegging out to like red all the way over here.
okay, what happens when it's pegging red? Does that mean there's something going on?
It means there's something next to you.
Oh, okay. What does it mean when it's got the warning sign at the end?
It means that you touched the end.
Oh, okay, I did kind of touch it. Okay. I shifted my hand on it when it showed up, so that's probably what that was. So that's what I really think is happening here, and with all kind of the weird stuff. Now, Tana's daughters are gifted, and I've talked to her eldest daughter about some of her gifts. And so I don't know how much of what's going on in her house is natural spirits here versus her own family stuff and her own daughter's ability to maybe open portals and close portals, which can obviously also affect the neighborhood as well. So I really think her situation might be a little different because I think they are naturally gifted people that can alter things. And so you sometimes have two things going on at once. And that's another thing with some of these neighbors. I don't know them as well, so I don't know what is a natural thing versus something else
So let's
going
get the
on.
hell out of the front yard.
Oh, did they come out and look at us?
No, they didn't, but we
Oh.
have been out here for a minute.
Okay, well, I put it on the Facebook page, so hopefully if people say, because they totally will, because this neighborhood's like that. What were those people? I saw them on my doorbell dinger just standing there in the middle of the night walking around. And then they'll do it on the Facebook thing. Everyone will be like, it's the paranormal people. Didn't you, it's 3 posts down. It's okay. And they'll be like, did you find anything? And I'll be like, oh, don't you want to know?
I want you to come.
Well, that's what's funny is it said play on here. Oh, did we want to look to see what words it says on here real quickly and go over like you did at Tana's house?
Do we want to stop?
Yeah, let's take a moment to stop, and then we'll just do another one, I guess, just from here to my house, just to see if we pick up anything. But this is the area that when I take my runs, just always felt energetically.
First things first.
All I kept getting was whistles. They kept
Yeah.
whistling constantly.
So when I was having my episode, I had the crazy native lady come in. First, I had a demon come in my body. This is after I came back from talking about that crazy stuff.
Heavy duty energy. So I'm not surprised at all that.
That it went off.
Uh-huh.
Hello. Hello.
So we're in Marietta, in a neighborhood. I'm not sure where. But Mystic Lee lives here, and we're here doing an investigation with her. We did get to go to Tanya's house. Tanya?
Tana.
Tana. We got to go to Tana's house and did a little bit of recording. We did.
Hell yeah.
By the way, as we're walking back to Lee's place, we have Matt doing part of an Estes method session.
Oh, yeah.
No blindfold though.
Heidi, my dude. Heidi, do you live in the 90s?
Lee is carrying a
Demi?
phone with the ghost tube app
Demi
running on.
Moore? You like that Demi Moore movie?
Which has
You
an
like G.I.
obvious
Jane?
type device on it.
Steve.
Also has an EMF
That's the second
detector.
time you said Steve. Bobby, that's the second time he said the name Steve.
Yeah.
And the name Margaret has come up a few times. Ooh, he's got someone who's willing to have some communication. Oh, see yo. Oh, see yo. I have neighbors that have crazy stuff that go on in their houses down this street too. I don't know if we want to go down this way. We can technically go this way to get to my house too, but there's no sidewalk. I don't know. Whichever way, what way you feel.
Back at me? Look at me.
I'm looking at you.
Scream.
I'm not screaming.
Last week.
Ooh, are you screaming last week?
Were you screaming last?
Maybe in my
Thanks tonight.
sleep. Thanks tonight. It sounds like he picking up on all kinds of crazy stuff from all the neighbors.
Chicken.
Ooh, got some kinkies.
One more.
One more time. Sorry, I'm having a little too much.
Too little.
Too little, too late.
I bet your favorite movie right now is the Stroll.
Only had 3.
I guess it
Today?
probably is for life today. He's got a whole conversation going on over here. Look at all these neighbors coming in like hotcakes. Hi, neighbor. I can't see if you waving back, but I'm gonna be friendly and wave to you. Oh, that's an Uber. Jurassic Park.
Are you from the Jurassic period?
I feel like everything that he's been saying just makes me think of 90s movies.
So
Like he's just saying like all these things that I just feel like I'm walking in a 90s. But this actually this neighborhood was built in the 90s. That's probably why.
It does feel quite like 90s movie. Like this is a real thing from the 1990s.
hi.
So here's the entrance to the pond.
Bring it on.
So a different night, it might be interesting to do another investigation if we can get more neighbors on board next time. And also walk around the pond.
Oh yeah.
Because there's just weird, it's a pond. You know there's weird energy in a pond.
What do you want?
I want to just make contact and become friends because we are neighbors. We all live in the community together.
He said.
That's what I want. Is just to be your friendly neighbor.
Give up. Get out. Give up.
Give up or give out. I live here. We're neighbors.
Who made who? It's a good album.
That's what I'm saying.
Funny.
It is funny.
You'll love it.
Yeah, I do love it. It's funny. I feel like it's just like some weird 90s stuff going on right now. Maybe the spirits picked up on all the new energy that came in when they first built the neighborhood, like when they cleared out all the houses and just built in the neighborhood, and the energy that came in with all the new residents in the house, right? That makes sense with what's coming out of his mouth, right?
Right.
And
I'm close.
By clothes? My
Concrete.
clothes? See, concrete. See? That's what I'm saying. I think everything that's coming out of his mouth is because we're walking. And he's picking up on all the energy that first got laid here when it first became a neighborhood. Teen?
Do you know that it's 2021?
Patient.
Yeah, you're going to need a lot of patience.
Saturday?
It is Saturday.
It is Saturday.
See, that's what I'm saying. He's like, this
Who's
is
them?
so interesting. Yeah, them as in Rachel and Jennifer. That's what I was thinking
5 hour.
about. 5 Hour Energy. Those were popular in the 90s, right? Or is that 2000s?
It's still popular with me today. I had one on the way over here.
It's like, I know what you had next to your birthday cake. I have like a Raggedy Ann birthday. She holds her birthday cake. So when we did the birthday cake, we lit the candle. That's why I was like, what the? This, like, why would you say Raggedy Ann? Such a random thing. And then one of my clients was asking me about, she's like, where'd you get that Raggedy Ann doll? Like, it was like,
Face.
it was also weird. Raggedy Ann was like my mom's favorite thing growing up, which is why I have one. So we can either, oh, I think it's because I moved it. My house is either to the left or I guess.
Are you following us?
Here. See y'all next. Naked.
Yeah, I'll see you next naked time. Bye. Thank you. See you
Okay,
later.
Are you going to stay here?
Quit it.
Yeah, we're going to stop it.
What?
We're going to stop it.
Maybe we should stop it so it knows that we're done playing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for following us, and I hope to do this again. This was fun. Thank you.
I don't know what the hell that was.
I sure do. We figured it out.
Okay.
So do I turn this off just by hitting the button? I'll let you do it.